Why do you think those infrastructure-related opportunities in healthcare are often being overlooked by the investors?
I think historically, infrastructure plays are PE mindset primarily because these are large capex investments, significant capex investments. Arguably, though, the source of funding for those are more commoditized sources with equity-based financing or debt restructuring and so forth, or debt financing. The problem, however, is that because they are so capex intensive, we tend to ignore the OpEx opportunity, which when you embed AI nativity, so not as an add-on, but AI nativity in the build and operations of these companies, they are in fact comparable to tech multiples. The big difference here is using these technologies, plus understanding source material, which could be hard assets or commodities like water and so forth, which are already in scarce supply. You're now in a very interesting space with a bit of a chicken and egg issue going on. How do I make sure I can still build a plant without compromising margins on this end? And I think this is where sort of the legal constructs of how do you build these companies that have real estate arms as well as venture fundable arms coming together. And I think this is a bit of a trap that venture capital is set up for themselves. So they will invest, for example, in physical AI. Okay, let's invest in all the AI that helps operate a manufacturing plant. That's fantastic. What about the plant? Who's going to fund the plant, right? Yeah. And they feed off each other. And I think that's where I think there's a unique opportunity where, and here I would agree, you know, seeing a recent provocative interview with Peter Thiel, which I 100% endorse and believe, is that this may sound a little controversial, but Silicon Valley has gotten quite lazy right now. And the venture communities in these areas have also gotten quite lazy because we fit into now very much a lemming mentality where we only fund our tech friends who've already built tech friends and have ex-Google or ex-Meta or ex-whatever. I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? We're losing our edge in this space. I'm not saying those people aren't good resources. They are. They're brilliant people. But literally, if we're confining ourselves to only one geography or only one talent pool, how are we ever going to truly make America great again? And we are already facing increased threats with countries like China that have played the long game extremely well. And so I think there is this unique opportunity now for venture funds and private equity firms to rethink the very model that they're based on, to rethink how do you underwrite risk, and to rethink perhaps capabilities that otherwise traditional VC would have turned away because, you know, it doesn't fit the Excel file and our underwriting mode to do that. I think we're our own worst enemies on that front. And I think there's an opportunity for newer and better models to be able to fund the future of American growth.